Choso is an underrated and pretty overpowered character in Jujutsu Shenanigans. Choso has the standard 100 health with both short-ranged attacks and long-ranged attacks. Choso, like many characters, has the standard 4 base attacks and 4 awakening moves, but has no complete domain expansion. Choso's special is known as Convergence, which caused 11% of the user's awakening but summons 4 blood orbs whirling around the user. These orbs can be used to strengthen Choso's attacks or be used as bombs. Convergence has a variant known as Supernova, allowing the user to use the orbs as bombs, which are hurled towards the opponent, and if landed, each orb will deal 8 damage with knockback towards the opponent with a cooldown of 4 seconds. Supernova should be used before playing aggressive towards the opponent, as they are great at overwhelming the opponent if used correctly, granting an overall advantage over neutral. Not only that, but Supernova can even act as a defensive ability and work as a counter towards 13 attacks, dealing 14 damage. If the user uses Supernova before being hit by a melee attack, the user will do a crossguard before countering the opponent by attacking them in the rib. This is especially useful as it can allow for Convergence to be used without the cost of the user's awakening, while also granting the user 4 blood orbs. Piercing Blood is Choso's first move, where the user claps their hands before firing a stream of blood towards the opponent. Piercing Blood is an uncounterable attack that deals 12 damage with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Piercing Blood has a variant that can be done by holding Piercing Blood while also having the blood orbs from Convergence active. This variant will cause the user to hold Piercing Blood for longer, dealing an additional 8 damage or a total of 20. Flowing Red Scale is a close to mid-ranged attack that deals 20 damage with a cooldown of 12 seconds. Flowing Red Scale causes the user to have a small windup before rushing towards the opponent, performing a short combo of 3 kicks onto them. Flowing Red Scale's stack variant strengthens the final of the 3 kicks with a blood orb if Convergence is used prior to the Flowing Red Scale, causing an additional 8 damage to be dealt, or a total of 28, to the opponent with knockback added. By using Flowing Red Scale while in midair, the user will be launched upwards before performing a downwards axe kick onto the opponent, dealing 12 damage. If a Convergence orb is available, a blood mine will be placed during the attack, which can be detonated by using your special. This variant deals 25 damage with knockback towards both the user and the opponent, but is especially useful to catapult yourself to the desired location. Blood Edge is a close-ranged attack in which the user equips 2 blades of blood before grabbing the opponent and dashing forwards towards them, performing an unblockable down slam, bypassing the opponent's ragdoll. Blood Edge is a blockable attack that deals 11 damage in total with a cooldown of 13 seconds, with its very own finisher in which it deals repeated slashes to the opponent's face. Choso overall has high combo potential and versatile combos, which range from easy to a bit more challenging, which I will showcase if you want to learn. Choso's awakening is known as Duty as a Brother, where the user lowers their arms before saying, "Brother, lend me your strength," and bursting out blood. Duty as a Brother heals the user 20 health and lasts for a total of 60 seconds. Choso's awakening moveset consists of 4 moves, with these being Slicing Exorcism, Wing King, Blood Rain, and Plasma Wave. Choso's awakening special, Convergence, is essentially the same as its base variant, with the 20-second cooldown, but the 4 orbs won't linger and will instead disappear if the ultimate is to run out. Slicing Exorcism is an unblockable mid-ranged attack that deals up to 39 damage or 3 damage per tick with a cooldown of 3.25 seconds per orb. Slicing Exorcism may also be bugged due to it being able to nearly break a domain with 4 convergence orbs. By using Choso special during the windup of Slicing Exorcism, blood from the attack will be formed into a rotating chakram before being spun 3 times before being hurtled towards the opponent nearby, dealing a total of 17.5 damage with a cooldown of 13 seconds. This variant is especially useful in certain situations as it is able to attack multiple targets at once, ricocheting off of each target similar to an arrow. Wing King is an unblockable mid-ranged attack that deals a total of 43.75 damage with a cooldown of 16 seconds. Wing King lunges toward the opponent before landing a combo of flurry of kicks before ending the combo by extending their hand, pulling the opponent in with a rope of blood. In order to ensure Wing King is not blocked or evaded upon releasing the blood rope to pull the opponent in, you need to carefully aim it beforehand to make sure the opponent is stunned long enough for it to land. By using convergence and having the blood orbs after Wing King is used, the orbs will circle around the user's back like a halo, allowing them to be used at any moment. This variant of Wing King of the blood orbs will allow the blood orbs to become precise, allowing them to home onto any given target, dealing 5 damage per orb. These orbs can be helpful in setting up attacks with long windups, such as Plasma Wave, as it's able to stun them or keep them from dashing away. Blood Rain is a mid to long ranged blockable attack that deals 2 damage per tick with a 35-second cooldown. During Blood Rain, the user forms a giant ball of blood which slowly erupts upwards, attacking anyone nearby. This attack can be turned off when the user wants. However, if the user uses Blood Rain, the user's awakening will drain at 5 times the rate. But blood orbs can be used in order to reduce the set amount the awakening drains at from Blood Rain. Plasma Wave is a long-ranged unblockable attack that can deal upwards of 116 damage with a cooldown of 45 seconds. Plasma Wave fires a large beam of blood straight at the opponent with the damage output varying based on the opponent's distance. Anyway, that's going to be pretty much the end of this video, but I hope this has helped you learn how to use Choso's combos or learn more a bit of its attacks and how to utilize them. But it's important to remember that the character can essentially be played however you really want.